YouTube, and welcome to another video. My name is Motivational Micah, and today in this video I will be explaining aliens exist and you're not human. It's a mind-blowing perspective to have. And I know I sound out there, but at least hear me out. If you can watch this video with an open mind, you may think completely different from what you're currently thinking. Ignore my cat in the background if you hear any meows, or ignore the dog if they start fighting. I don't know why my cat's meowing. I gave it food, but whatevers. Alright, so in this video I'm going to statistically prove that you, the person watching this video, are not a human and aliens exist. I'm going to do both of those in this video. Got a marker, I got a pen, and a whiteboard. We're gonna do this. Okay, first question I got for everybody is, how certain are you that you're alive right now? Are you pretty certain you're alive right now? It may sound like an arbitrary and stupid question, but it's vitally important that you understand this concept. Are you alive right now? Because I know I'm alive right now. Right now, I'm here in this human physical body. My name's Micah McGivern. I'm not afraid to be out there and think crazy shit because I'm crazy, I know that. But I want you to understand these concepts. So, are you alive right now? Cool. That's what I thought. Okay. I want you to actually stop for a second and think about how fucking trippy it is that you're alive right now. Like, think about how awesome it is that you're alive right now. Like, this is existing, this is reality, this is what we perceive to be real to us right now. And we're here. We're in this physical time-space reality right now. Like, I can go outside and go hang out in my backyard. I can go down to the beach and go surf sandies or whatever I want to do. I'm here right now. I'm creating my reality, and I'm a physical being in a physical world right now. Like, appreciate the fact that you're alive right now. It is an immensely trippy thing to really understand, comprehend, and think about. It's the one thing we all definitely take for granted each second of each day of, our entire life. And then all of a sudden, at the very end of our lives, we're all like, damn, I'm gonna die. And it's scary. And, it's a real interesting thought process us humans currently have about our existence and life itself. And I know personally I have some ideas and thoughts and concepts that I think are very simple to understand, and I've put a lot of depth of thought into them. So we're just going to continue on, and I'm going to keep talking. Well, now that you know that you're alive right now, and you know life obviously exists, you're alive and life exists. Those are the two premises of the math we're about to be doing. It's gonna be very simple math, super simple math, and it's gonna be really obvious. I might not have the numbers exactly 100% correct, but it's close enough for you to get the general idea of what I'm about to do here. Okay. Science thinks, astronomers think, the universe itself is 14 billion years old. Okay? 14 billion years old. I'll write that up there. At least 14 billion. $14 billion. That's how old our universe is. Okay, that number is immensely incomprehensible to your human mind. You cannot understand how much time that is. You cannot understand how big that number is. You can understand one day, you can understand 1 year, you can understand a decade, but you will not understand 14 billion years. It's impossible. For you to understand it, it's impossible. What I think is really trippy about this is if you're really lucky, you might live to be 60, 100. If you're healthy, you're financially stable, and you have luck on your side, you can live to potentially 100 years old, potentially a little bit more than that. 100 years. I'll write that number. That's the best you're going to get out of this human life. What's really trippy is we think this is eternity. We think this, my life, is going to last forever. Like, I know we know it doesn't actually last forever, but in our minds, we perceive this to last forever. We perceive that this is going to last a very long time. And this 100 years is nothing in the 14 billion years. It's absolutely nothing. Like if I had a timeline, and this entire timeline, it's a very small timeline, I'm sorry, but if this entire timeline was 14 billion years, you couldn't even make a mark to show what 100 would be, you know? Like even to make one mark for 1,000,000 years, I don't think it would, like, even if I make this mark and it said just that mark itself is 1,000,000 years, I don't think that would even do it justice. Like 1,000,000 years is super short in 14 billion. And we're talking about 100 years. You're only going to be here alive potentially for 100 years. Okay? I want you to understand these basic ideas. These are big ideas, big picture stuff, and I want you to understand them. If you clicked on this video, I apologize for the sweat. I apologize for this maybe subpar video, but I want you to understand what I'm actually trying to express and tell you in this video. Just to double check, you are alive right now, right? You're 100% sure you're alive right now. All right, cool. Just double checking because it's really important. So you, as Joe Dirt or Jane Robinson, whatever, your name, okay, may live to be 100. You may live to be 100, but your body, your physical body will die. Everybody you know will die. Do you believe that you are just human? This is a fundamental and important question in your ability to think big picture and be more philosophical with your thoughts. At least in my opinion. Do you believe you are just human? And this really is important. Do you believe that you're just human? Or do you believe that you are your soul, your energy, your spirit? Do you believe that you are just this physical body? Or do you believe you're something more than that? Like when you die, what do you picture is your afterlife? No one really knows what the afterlife is. We all kind of know that. We're not dead right now, we're alive, so we don't really know. There are a lot of people who think they know and whatever, but we don't know for sure. So you have to come up with your own personal feeling about it. Do you think it's over? That your entire existence, this 100 years, is your only existence, is your only reality, and you started when you were a baby and you end when you die? Do you believe that's the only thing you're ever going to experience in this universe, in this vast, infinite, and immense universe? Do you believe you are just here to live 100 years? That's the only thing you're here for. Do you believe that? Whatever your answer was, I don't know, but that's important in your understanding of the next phase of what we're going to be talking about. This idea that we only have one life, or YOLO, really comes from Christianity and Catholicism. It was definitely a ploy by the church, by just the church itself, the higher up bishops, popes, all these people. They collaborated and talked about, and they came up with the concept of heaven and hell as the afterlife. What I mean by that is heaven and hell makes zero sense if you actually really think about it as the afterlife. Like, they claim that for 14 billion years, I didn't exist. All of a sudden, I'm born, and I have this one shot, one opportunity to prove myself worthy of heaven or be damned to hell forever. So 14 billion years, I didn't exist. All of a sudden, I'm going to live for 100 and be judged on that. That 100 years is going to damn me to hell or gain me access to heaven. Forever. I'm never going to live again. There's some astral plane, spiritual existence where we're just spirits. And that's it. Like, there's no other opportunity. There's no other space besides that. It's heaven or hell. And they also say there's something called purgatory. Okay? In my other video, if you want to check it out, I talked a little bit about the concept of heaven and hell being in this physical, real life. Like, you can live in heaven right now or you can live in hell right now. If you want to check out that video, it'll be somewhere. I'm not too sure. I'm not good with making videos pop up on the screen, but one day I'll get there. Maybe I already did. I'm not too sure. So, Christianity, Catholicism, they made up God's laws and they said, you need to abide by these laws, otherwise you're going to go to hell. That's why a lot of people have issues with God. That's why a lot of people have issues with religion. That's why a lot of people have really poor ideas about the reality of our world. We're so constricted by our thinking process that, we're not able to open our minds enough. But for me personally, I've always been really, really open-minded and a really deep philosophical thinker. So that's why I'm even talking about this and down to make this sweaty video of me and just share this truth because, like, it's important. And I'll explain why it's important afterwards. Okay. Also, spoiler alert, the church was not the church was not the only group to use this ideology, thought processes, and rules and laws and all this stuff. They were not the first, they were not the only group to actually conform us and manipulate us and limit us with our own thoughts and beliefs. They were not the only ones to do this. They were just the first ones to do this in our history of recent time. Currently, there's definitely a lot of manipulation, brainwashing, propaganda. A lot of this stuff is currently going on right here, right now in our physical, everyday, to-day life. If you're watching the news, you're brainwashed. If you're doing this and doing that, there's so many ways in which our government, our society is brainwashing you to believing you, or to making you believe that you are insignificant, unimportant. You mean nothing to them. You're just whoever you are, and you're gonna work your job, you're gonna own your house, you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna reproduce. They want you stuck in the system. They want you to just continue living on your pathetic and lame life. That's really what they want. Okay? Sorry if this is just too much for you, but I'm trying to get back to the main premise right over here. Okay, so we'll use this math right here, okay? What we're about to talk about right now is the probability that you did not exist for 14 billion years. And you magically showed up here right now in this timeline for this 100 years. So we're going to go 100 divided by 14 billion. Thousand, million, billion. 100 divided by 14 billion. This is the odds that you are only here right now in this lifetime. This is the odds that you are only going to live one life. You're alive right now. That's a huge aspect to knowing something about who you are. Your soul, your spirit is alive. It's something we do. We live. We're here to live. We're here to experience. That's your odds. If you want to see it in a percentage, something like Something like that. You know you're alive. You know how old the universe is. This is the percentage that you're only living this one lifetime. And that's it. That's it. This is it right here. This is proof, statistical proof, that reincarnation exists. Because you are here. You're here right now. And the universe is immensely massive. Our lives seem like forever, but they're nothing in the time-space reality of the universe. You are nothing. You're meaningless. Your life means nothing in the grand scheme of the universe. Big picture stuff. It means nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. But a wise man was once asked, what is the meaning to life? A wise man replied, there is no meaning to life. But life gives us the opportunity to give it meaning. I think there's a great quote. Someone told it to me in my Uber, and that's going to stick with me for life. For me, I used to always say, the meaning to life is life itself. You know, is there a meaning to life? Who knows? But life exists. That's fucking trippy. That's so fucking trippy. Life is real. Life exists. You exist. I exist. We're here to live. So the idea that reincarnation exists, and the percentage for that is something like 99.9999999, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like this. Whatever the opposite of that is, I guess I don't have that number. But you get the idea. That's the statistical probability that reincarnation exists and that you're actually reincarnated right now, that you've actually lived lives before this one, and you will most likely live lives after this one. Actually, I'm 100% sure. We don't know how old our universe is going to be. This is just up to this point, 14 billion years to the present. In the past, the universe has existed for apparently 14 billion years. Now we're here. We have no idea how much longer the universe will live or exist or continue to do what it's doing, to continue to operate. We don't know how it will end. We don't know when it will end. We don't know if it will end. So I'm 100% sure you are going to actually be incarnate again. This is not the one and only time you are going to live. Okay? That's just incarnation. So that's proving you're not a human. Because you are your soul, you are your spirit. You think you're a human. I mean, I have a name, Micah McGivern. I know I'm physically in this body. I got a heart, I got lungs, I got eyes, I got ears, I got nose, I got fingers, and I'm writing with this pen. I have the ability to use my physical body to experience the world, to interact with the world, to create in this lifetime. But I'm not just my human body. I am my spirit, I am my soul, I am the energy being that resides within this physical limitation. This is a limitation. I am unlimited. I am so much greater than just my human body. But I'm here now, and I'm making this video, and I'm hoping some of this resonates with some people, and if it does, share it with other people who you think it might resonate with. That's the main premise of this. Okay, that's just incarnation. Now we can talk about aliens. I guess I'll have to erase this stuff. Thanks for bearing with me through this video. I will be getting a lot better. This is my 5th YouTube video I'll be uploading. So, if you actually appreciate what I'm talking about and the sincerity of me trying to do this, go check out my other videos and support me and just watch it. You know, if you want me to talk about a certain topic, comment on it, and if you completely want to debunk this and prove me wrong, go ahead and try. I'd love to debate about this because to me, I feel like it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's statistically fact that You're not a human. Okay, continuing. Ego is what makes you think you're human. Ego is the reason our world is the way it is. Ego is what drives you to want to be rich. It's what drives you to want to be famous. It's what drives you to want to make a legacy for yourself, to want to make a huge impact in the world. You want to do that because you have an ego. Within us, we all have our soul and we all have our ego. And ego is dominating our world right now. Ego is the reason you exist in the way you do in your day-to-day life. There are people, elitists, who have been completely manipulating and dominating and controlling and doing everything there is to do about controlling this planet and your lives specifically. It controls how the masses think, how the masses operate, how the masses exist. Ego is dominating that. But we all have our soul, and we all need to go into ourselves and find what matters to you. You need to live your life how you want to live your life. You need to live your dreams how you want to live your dreams. Okay, that's all about ego, I think. Okay. There are an estimated 150 billion, I'll write this down, 150 billion stars or solar systems in our Milky Way galaxy. Just in our Milky Way galaxy, just in our individual galaxy, there is 150 billion at least. There could be 250 billion. I won't write 250 billion. It's not really, it's a pretty significant difference, but 150 billion is a big enough number to do the math. We're going to find out the statistical probability that life exists here in our Milky Way galaxy aside from our planet Earth. That's what we're going to do right here, right now. So, Earth is one. We know life exists. You're alive, I'm alive, my dog is alive, my cat is alive, the world we live in is alive. Earth is alive. We got one. Divided by 150 thousand million billion. 150 billion. That's just solar systems. We don't know how many places life could exist in a single solar system. To be honest, we don't know if we're the only planet or moon in our own solar system that has life. There could be another moon outside Jupiter. There could be, we don't know. We really, really don't know. Life could have existed on Mars. Life could be existing on Mars. We really do not know. But we know life exists here, and we know that there's 150 billion other solar systems in our Milky Way galaxy where life could exist. The percentage is something like the possibility that we are the only place life exists in this galaxy is, let's see how many zeros that is. I think it's 9. Who cares? I think it's actually 11 if I remembered correctly. 2%. It might be here, the 2 might be here, the 2 might be there. It's besides the point. I suck at math. This is just basic math. This is the statistical probability that life exists only here on Earth within our own galaxy. And that's just our galaxy. I am 99.99999% sure life exists elsewhere in our Milky Way galaxy. And then you take into consideration that there are billions, if not trillions, of other galaxies just like our Milky Way galaxy. I mean, it's fucking stupid obvious life exists elsewhere, that there are aliens. It's 100% guaranteed. Life exists. That means life exists somewhere else. It's 100% guaranteed. Like, if you don't believe in aliens and you don't believe in alien life, that's your personal stupid belief because it's stupid. It's 100% guaranteed life exists somewhere else. 100%. The conditions for life here on Earth are so perfect that I'm pretty sure there's other perfect places life could exist as well. Actually, I'm 100% positive. And that's just the truth. 100% aliens exist. %, you aren't oops 100%. I'm rounding up here, but the numbers are huge. And that's just the fucking truth. So, in case you didn't know before this video, you know now. I am not sure how many of you actually stayed to the end, but I appreciate it if you did. Guess what? You're not a human being, and aliens exist. They're both 100% facts. That's just basic math, and that's what statistics say. That's what the numbers say. That's just the truth. I hope this video is mind-blowing to some people. I mean, it may be some very basic and obvious stuff to other people, but I really felt like no one has ever talked about this in this way and just used the simple math to explain some very obvious truths to our society, our life, our reality, life itself, our existence here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Go check out some other videos. I have quite a few. I only have actually 4 other videos, but I'm gonna have a lot more coming up. So if you're watching this video and the year is 2020 or 2030, whatever, whenever you're watching this video, just know that I have a lot more. Mahalo. Thank you for watching. This has been a pleasure, blowing your mind, hopefully. At least that was my intention, to blow your mind. I hope it's blown. Mahalo. Thank you for watching. Much love. Go succeed. Go live your life to the fullest. Shoots.